These are the 10 movies you can't miss on Valentine's Day.
Good morning, Daddy.
Valentine's Day is approaching, and with it comes the best time to watch romantic movies. And if you still don't know which ones to watch, you've come to the right place. Because at District Flicker, we bring you the top 10 movies to watch on Valentine's Day. So stay until the end because we've saved the best for last. Are you ready? Subscribe and let's get started. 10. The Bodyguard.
I've been watching you all night from across the room.
Why don't you go back there and keep watching?
The film, starring singer Whitney Houston and actor Kevin Costner, was released in 1992, directed by Mick Jackson. The movie left a mark in history with the song, "I Will Always Love You." The Bodyguard explores the ups and downs in the romance between an artist who receives anonymous death threats and her bodyguard, who had previously worked for the United States Secret Service. The film's soundtrack won 3 Grammy Awards. And if you don't know where to watch it, Netflix has it available. So, make some popcorn, cuddle up with your partner, and enjoy. We leave behind our forever beloved Whitney Houston and move on to one of the most iconic Valentine's Day classics. None other than 9. Grease.
Come on, Sandy, don't make me laugh. Ha, ha, ha.
Musicals are a staple among classic films for love, especially when it comes to rock and roll. Grease, known in Latin America as Vaselina, focuses on a group of high schoolers in the 1950s. The spotlight is on a couple, Sandy and Danny, representing the typical studious and reserved girl who falls for the bad boy of the school. The film was directed by Randall Kleiser and starred Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta. It was released in 1978 and is based on the 1972 musical of the same name, created by Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey. It won the Best Film Award at the 1979 Golden Screen Awards in Germany and the Best Musical Film Award at the 1978 People's Choice Awards. The movie is available on Amazon Prime, so take a look and get ready to dance. 8. Pride and Prejudice.
You're too proud, Mr. Darcy. And would you consider pride a fault or a virtue?
That I couldn't say.
The British production, released in 2005, is based on Jane Austen's novel of the same name, published in 1813. It tells the story of how love faces the pride of two people that keeps them apart and the prejudice of society at that time. Pride and Prejudice stars Keira Knightley as Elizabeth Bennet and Matthew Macfadyen as Fitzwilliam Darcy. Directed by Joe Wright, who won a BAFTA for Best British New Director, Writer, or Producer for this film. The movie, available on Netflix and Amazon Prime, also won a BSAFC award from the Boston Society of Film Critics for Best New Filmmaker and a Satellite Award for Excellent Costume Design. How about watching the next movie? We're sure that the next one will be worth your click, and it will make you want to stay until the end to discover what we have in store for you. 7. Casablanca.
You used to be a much better liar, son.
This captivating love story that has endured for 80 years is perfect to enjoy on the day of friendship and love. Considered one of the greatest films in the history of cinema, Casablanca tells the romance of star-crossed lovers, whose union is sacrificed in the fight against the Nazis in the fascinating city of Casablanca. Masterfully directed by Michael Curtiz and released in 1942, the film follows the life of Rick Blaine, portrayed by Humphrey Bogart, and his relationship with Ilsa Lund, played by Ingrid Bergman. This cinematic classic, available on both HBO Max and Amazon Prime, has stood the test of time and remains a timeless masterpiece. Winner of 3 Academy Awards in the categories of Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay, Casablanca has established itself as a milestone in cinema history and a gem that continues to captivate audiences today. Immerse yourself in this epic tale of love and sacrifice that has left an indelible mark on world cinema. It's definitely a must-have on your list for this Valentine's Day, and if you're a fan of Julia Roberts, you probably know what the next movie we have for you is. But first, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications. 6. Notting Hill. Another classic of the romantic genre that has endured in the history of cinema is the movie that gave us the unforgettable line,
I'm also just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
This captivating story revolves around Anna Scott, a dazzling movie star, and William Thacker, a young man who meet in a bookstore and feel an instant attraction. Despite the initial spark between them, both must face the challenges and obstacles inherent in the dazzling but complicated world of show business, where Anna is an acclaimed actress. Masterfully directed by Roger Michell and starring the talented Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant, this movie takes us on an emotional journey full of laughter, tears, and unforgettable moments. Released in 1999, the film not only captured the hearts of audiences, but also positioned itself as the 7th highest-grossing film of that year, solidifying its place as a modern classic of cinematic romance. 5. Pretty Woman. Do you know why this movie is called Pretty Woman? Because it stars the beautiful Julia Roberts. Well, we don't really know if that's the real reason, but the name fits Julia's talent. Pretty Woman has become a classic because it tells the love story between a prostitute and a businessman. Edward Lewis, played by Richard Gere, hires the services of Vivian Ward, played by Julia Roberts, and after spending a week with her, they end up falling in love and forming a stable couple. The film was released in 1990. It was directed by Gary Marshall and won a Golden Globe for Best Performance by an actress in a comedy or musical. And if you're wondering where to watch it after the video, it's available on Apple TV. We're coming to the end of our list, and you know what that means. You're about to watch the best movies from the top. 4. Gone with the Wind.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything.
My darling, you're such a child. You think that by saying I'm sorry, all the past can be corrected.
Set against the backdrop of the American Civil War, this romantic and epic classic is based on the 1936 novel of the same name by Margaret Mitchell. The story revolves around a young woman, Scarlett O'Hara, who is in love with Ashley Wilkes, who is engaged to her cousin, Melanie Hamilton. However, Scarlett later meets Rhett Butler, an adventurer who only wants money and to conquer Scarlett. Gone with the Wind was directed by Victor Fleming and starred Vivien Leigh, Leslie Howard, and Olivia de Havilland. It was released in 1939 and won 8 Academy Awards in the categories of Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Supporting Actress, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Art Direction, and 2 honorary awards for the use of color to enhance the drama of the production and for technical achievement. 3. Sense and Sensibility. This film is an adaptation of Jane Austen's famous novel Sense and Sensibility.
Away? Where?
That I cannot tell you. It is a secret.
The plot unfolds as a compelling family saga, intertwining misunderstandings, difficult loves, and an era marked by profound changes. At the heart of the story are the Dashwood sisters, Eleanor and Marianne, who embody the concepts of sense and sensibility. The 1995 film was masterfully directed by Ang Lee and featured an all-star cast led by Emma Thompson, Kate Winslet, and Hugh Grant. Through the screen, viewers are transported to 19th century England, immersed in the complexity of family relationships and the romantic dilemmas faced by the protagonists. Enjoying this cinematic production is possible thanks to its availability on streaming platforms such as Netflix and Amazon Prime, giving viewers the opportunity to immerse themselves in this emotional story that stands the test of time. 2. Titanic.
I'm flying. Jack.
Released in 1998, Titanic tells the story of the fleeting love between 2 young people, Rose and Jack, from different walks of life. This romantic tale unfolds aboard the largest ship that existed until the fateful year of 1912, when the Titanic sank in the middle of its voyage. This acclaimed film achieved remarkable success by winning 11 Academy Awards in 1998, excelling in categories such as Best Picture, Best Director, Best Art Direction, Best Cinematography, Best Costume Design, Best Visual Effects, Best Editing, Best Original Score, Best Original Song, Best Sound, and Best Sound Editing. In addition, Titanic won 4 Golden Globes, including recognition for its soundtrack, original song, direction, and Best Dramatic Feature. For a decade, it remained the highest-grossing film in history, later surpassed by Avatar, also directed by James Cameron. Directed by James Cameron and starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, Titanic remains a classic choice for Valentine's Day. The movie, which captures the intensity of love and tragedy, is currently available on Netflix for those who want to relive this epic romance on the big screen. Now, before we get to number 1 on our list, how about a special mention? Because at District Flicker, we always love to give you more than you expect. The movie receiving this honorable mention is You've Got Mail, which will remind you that even back then, love could be found through the mail. In the pre-social media era, the most technological advance in communication was email. In this movie, with the great cinematic duo of Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, they connect through email. Ryan plays Kathleen Kelly, the owner of a bookstore she inherited from her mother. But Joe Fox, Hanks, opens a mega bookstore, which leads to the bankruptcy of Kathleen's business. Without knowing each other personally, they exchange emails until one day they decide to meet in person when love knocks on the door. Unbelievable, right? Tom Hanks will always be a seal of quality in movies. Now it's time for number 1, The Notebook.
I waited for you for 7 years. Now it's too late.
Among the touching love stories that people enjoy on Valentine's Day, one that cannot go unnoticed is The Notebook. This emotional movie tells the story of two lovers' struggle to be together, highlighting the socioeconomic barriers they had to overcome. Despite the obstacles over the years, including the presence of a terminal illness, their love endured. The 2004 film features outstanding fame by Nicholas Sparks and offers a narrative rich in emotion and depth. The achievements of The Notebook are highlighted by numerous awards, including the BMI Film Music for Best Original Score, MTV Movie Awards for Best Kiss and Best Actress, as well as 16 Choice Awards in categories such as Best Dramatic Movie, Best Male Breakout Star, Best Dramatic Actor, Best Dramatic Actress, Best Actor's Chemistry, and Best Love Scene. For those who want to relive this beautiful love story, the movie is available on streaming platforms HBO Max and Apple TV, giving you the opportunity to relive this unforgettable romantic journey. We've reached the end. With this list, you won't have a boring Valentine's Day. And honestly, we hope you won't be alone either. So subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. This was District Flicker. See you in the next video.